Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
I don't like it.
Is it because of the...
I look at Mike as like, I look at him different.
Floyd Mayweather recently shared his take on the upcoming clash between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, offering his own breakdown in a way that quickly grabbed the attention of both fans and commentators.
Is he someone you're interested in or no?
Well, if you go back, you got to do your homework, look on the internet. I think he was doing a sit down on a podcast one time, and he talked about it. He said, I don't want to do an exhibition. But one thing I like about it, one thing I do like about it, he's selling it. He's selling it, and he's making good money, and he's entertaining.
Meanwhile, Mike Tyson has delivered another intimidating message aimed straight at Jake Paul. Tyson posted on Snapchat a tight close-up of his face covered in sweat, along with a line referencing his famous idea that everyone has a strategy until they get hit. Not long after that, he uploaded another image of himself working the pads with a short caption that made it clear he wants all attention on him. Tyson's coach, Rafael Cordero, believes the fight won't be a one-sided destruction, but instead a more tactical contest. He explained that Paul can actually box and isn't scared, but still expects him to feel Tyson's power. Cordero also suggested that Paul will start to panic once the action begins, which is exactly what Tyson wants. He added that Tyson's hands are so heavy that Jake won't be able to avoid getting touched, and that moment will reveal how the fight is truly going to unfold. Jake Paul, however, has responded with bold talk of his own. He said he plans to give Tyson a taste of his own history, joking that is going to bite Tyson's ear. The comment references Tyson's infamous disqualification after biting Evander Holyfield in one of boxing's most unforgettable moments. In another interview, Paul said people are underestimating his ability to handle Tyson's power, and argued that's what makes the matchup interesting. He admitted he's taking on a huge challenge, calling Tyson the most dangerous opponent he's ever faced, regardless of age, because power is usually the last thing a fighter loses. Still, Paul has taken heavy criticism from fans, especially after recent training clips surfaced. One person mocked his punching strength, while another claimed Tyson would tear him apart in the ring. Another fan argued that because Paul is in his physical prime, his movements are easy to read, and questioned how he could realistically claim he'll beat Tyson at the same time. The tension between the Paul brothers and Floyd Mayweather remains a constant storyline. Their feud originally sparked after the Logan Paul vs. Floyd Mayweather event in 2021. And last year, things nearly escalated even further when Jake Paul and Mayweather had a heated moment outside an arena while attending a Miami Heat vs. Cleveland Cavaliers game.
Well, who you supposed to be?
I'm just working, fam. What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
I told you before, put that
Yo,
camera
let's
down.
bust him up. Where you running, Jake? Where you going since your fight? Since you lost? What's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at...
Logan Paul recently appeared on In Depth with Graham Bensinger and made a surprising claim about the ongoing tension between Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul. According to Logan, Mayweather still holds a serious grudge against Jake and hasn't let the situation go. Logan also said that since their past confrontation, Jake hasn't gone anywhere without security. He went as far as suggesting Mayweather surrounds himself with dangerous people who would do almost anything for money. He then pointed to another clip of Jake and Floyd clashing, including the moment where Jake grabbed Mayweather's hat during their confrontation.
What's up? You want to run a 2-on-1 next?
Absolutely.
You want to run a 2-on-1 next?
Absolutely.
So let's make it
Absolutely.
happen.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Get the paperwork for this bum.
Get Al Heyman.
Absolutely. I don't need Al Heyman.
Let me call Al Heyman.
I'm my own
Let's make it
boss.
happen.
I'm my own
2-on-1
boss.
night. Got your hat. Got your hat.
While talking about the infamous hat-grabbing incident, Logan revealed that Jake had actually warned him in advance. However, Logan admitted he didn't believe Jake would truly follow through. He explained that Jake told him he was going to do it, and then actually did it, leaving Logan feeling like he'd been dragged into a situation he never agreed to. After everything happened, Logan said he felt Jake's decision put him in danger, especially with so much at stake. Logan emphasized that the timing made it even worse, because it happened just weeks before what he described as the biggest moment of his life. He said the last thing he needed was to get injured, whether it was breaking his hand, suffering a concussion, or being attacked by Mayweather's entourage right before such an important event, all while trying to protect his younger brother. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson has always been known for taking on anyone during his boxing career, going toe-to-toe with the biggest names of his era. In a conversation with Steve Farhood on Showbox, Tyson was asked who his ultimate dream opponent would be if he could choose from any era. Without hesitation, he named Floyd Mayweather. Tyson said he would have loved to fight Mayweather, but admitted it could never realistically happen because of their size difference. Still, he made it clear he wouldn't approach Mayweather the same way other fighters did. As Farhood reacted with amusement and respect, Tyson explained why the matchup would have been fascinating and why he believed he would have known how to handle Floyd. Tyson said that against someone as skilled as Mayweather, he would have been ruthless and willing to bend the rules. In his view, Mayweather is so technically gifted that trying to beat him clean is almost impossible. Tyson emphasized how difficult it is to overcome Floyd's style, calling it one of the hardest approaches to solve in boxing. In another moment, Tyson recalled hearing Mayweather compare himself to Muhammad Ali and even suggest he was greater. Tyson strongly rejected that idea and dismissed the comparison, saying Mayweather's belief in that claim was unrealistic.
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself.
Bringing the focus back to the Tyson versus Paul matchup, Roy Jones Jr. has weighed in with a strong opinion on how the fight could play out. Jones, a respected legend who shared the ring with Tyson in their 2020 exhibition, said he believes Tyson still carries the same dangerous power. He explained that when he fought Mike, Tyson was still throwing punches like Mike Tyson, and if Tyson lands clean on anyone's chin, it becomes a serious problem, no matter who the opponent is. Jones also made it clear he doesn't dislike Jake Paul, calling him a good person who has made real efforts in boxing. Jones used his own experience to support his point, arguing that even a much younger fighter would struggle if Tyson connects the way he's capable of. He also added that the matchup makes sense from a promotional standpoint for both men, and predicted it could generate huge attention, especially now that the event has reportedly been upgraded into a sanctioned fight. Still, Tyson's age and long periods of inactivity have caused many to question the matchup. At the same time, Paul has a reputation for avoiding more traditional opponents, and many believe is continuing that approach here as well. Another boxing great, Bernard Hopkins, has also spoken out, this time with serious concern. Hopkins argued that Tyson is putting himself in a dangerous position by stepping in with Paul, a much younger former YouTuber who has transitioned into boxing. Hopkins said he disagrees with the fight because he sees Tyson as a true legend, one of the greatest ever, and someone who should be treated with the highest level of respect. In Hopkins' view, this isn't the kind of matchup he wants to see at all. He even said he would rather watch two turtles race than tune in. Hopkins explained that he now looks at Tyson differently than he did during his own fighting days, comparing that shift to how people viewed icons like Muhammad Ali. He also referenced other historic greats, including Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Robinson, to emphasize the level of reverence he believes legends deserve. Hopkins described the entire situation as turning into more of a spectacle than a true boxing event, something that might include a little sweat and, if viewers are lucky, a bit of blood. He ended by saying he wouldn't watch the fight, repeating that even a slow turtle race would be more entertaining to him.
I don't like it. I think it's become more of a sideshow with some sweat, maybe some blood, if we're lucky. I won't watch it. No, I can watch two turtles race and be more excited.
Hopkins believes the current situation is taking away from Tyson's legacy. He acknowledged that Tyson could make an enormous amount of money from these events, but argued that it doesn't match the respect Tyson has earned through his accomplishments and status in boxing. Hopkins explained that his opinion comes from the way he views Tyson personally, having shared not only the ring with him multiple times, but also the same era. In his eyes, this kind of spectacle lowers the image of a legend, even if the payday reaches $100 million or $200 million. Elsewhere in the combat sports world, another well-known name took aim at Jake Paul ahead of his summer fight with Tyson. When asked who he would most want to face in a bare-knuckle fight, Mike Perry immediately brought up Jake Paul, and he did it while issuing a warning connected to Tyson. Perry said that if Jake ends up hurting Mike Tyson, he wants the chance to deal with him afterward. Perry previously worked with Paul as a sparring partner before Jake's 2021 fight with Ben Askren, according to TMZ. And because Perry is a longtime Tyson fan, it helps explain why he would feel motivated to seek payback if Tyson gets injured in the bout. Perry also noted that Jake isn't currently competing in bare knuckle, but suggested he wouldn't be shocked if Paul eventually tried it. Considering Jake has already taken on challenges many people claimed he would avoid, Perry made his stance clear, saying he views the Tyson matchup as a real test, and he challenged Jake directly. He argued that if Jake gets past Tyson, he should prove himself in an even more legitimate way, proposing a street fight as the next step. Perry added that while Jake does have some ability, he's not convinced the wins have truly proven much. He then doubled down with a mix of confidence and criticism, saying he believes he would beat Jake quickly, especially in bare knuckle, and claimed Jake would break under the pressure. No matter how people feel about the matchup, this fight highlights how combat sports are changing, with entertainment, legacy, and ambition blending together in ways that continue to spark debate. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next.